What is it called? SDR?
ASMR.
ASMR. Bro, I can't get it right, though.
Comparison is a game that nobody wins.
Many Men by 50 Cent. 50 Cent, shout out.
Oh, that's so true.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I think it's that's a real thing that people have to learn.
Alright, it's 11:10. It's 11:10, baby. We gotta get some like intro music.
Yeah, no.
100%. It's gonna be live.
Let me get some water real quick too.
What is it called? SDR?
ASMR.
ASMR. Bro, I can't get it right, though. Oh, man. How was your day today, bro?
My day was good.
Yeah?
Busy.
Busy?
Real busy.
Well, it was your busy day of the week for work, right?
Yeah. Looks like my days are just getting busier as the weeks go by, though.
It's a distraction.
Distractions. But I feel like, he's grooming me for what we're doing through my own work right now, too.
Okay.
Because when I tell you, it's like, well, I'm not doing stuff that, like, my position does. I'm doing stuff that literally we do, but it's for them.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I guess that's good.
No, for real. It feels like...
When you're ready to fully dive into this full time, bro, let me know because I'm going to do it, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to literally do it, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look, how was your day?
My day was good. I worked with our new assistant.
Yeah.
Got her onboarded. She's very organized.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very impressed with the things that she
She is,
came up
from
with.
what I've seen too, she's very organized.
Yeah. Now I need to relearn our whole email structure because I don't know.
No, for real.
I don't know the rules of Outlook and all that type of stuff.
No, for real.
Didn't make any sense to me. But
let's talk about what we did today.
What we did? What did we do?
Interview.
Oh, our interview. Okay. So today, guys, so we worked with a platform called Handshake, which is a platform that allows businesses to connect with schools, and based off what your business is involved in, will be determined to the type of student and their major.
Yep.
So, for example, we're in entertainment, podcast, and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So they're connecting us with a bunch of kids in entertainment, editing, videography,
movie, film, editing.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. So basically, they're going to help us edit.
Trying to give back to the community, too, as well.
Right. So they get credits.
Yep, they get credits as, furthering their knowledge. And, it's kind of a win-win for both sides.
Because as we grow, now we're growing with interns.
They grow, yeah. Yep.
So...
and down the line too, it opens up.
Yeah, and being
potential.
added and connected to all these different schools is pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Like today, we actually just partnered up with what is it, Colorado University, the Boldest.
University,
yeah. Deion Sanders. Shout out to Deion Sanders, changing the game out there, bro.
Yeah. But welcome to the Kingdom Blueprint.
Welcome to the Kingdom Blueprint, guys.
Back at it again.
Back at it like we never left. Last night, we stopped recording at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever it was in the morning. That was pretty cool.
It was actually very cool. Another late night tonight. 11:15 right now.
Oh, I didn't even rip. Oh, it is. Dag, bro.
Yo, the time flies.
Yeah, we just sent out a bunch of emails and didn't realize how long that took. But with that being said, bro.
With that being said, what's in the bag for today?
The topic of today.
I
like it because it's juicy. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
The comparison trap. So, open us up with that.
The comparison trap. You ever feel like you scroll through social media and suddenly feel like you're not doing enough?
Well,
you're not alone.
Back when I was on social media, yeah.
The comparison trap.
And everybody gets caught in the illusion of self and not really knowing that like that individual that you're watching and seeing posts and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It could be real. In a sense it is, but in a way,
in a sense, yeah.
portraying their real life is a whole different aspect.
So like I heard something today with this is social media, you're viewing somebody's highlight reel. And you're comparing it to your like
Your own
your
reality.
reality.
Yeah.
Which like not like, you know what I'm saying, not your highlight reel. So you're comparing your life to somebody's highlight reel.
Actually, there's actually a fact of the effects of that.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Dive into that. Tell us that. We
Where
love
is
facts
that
over here.
fact, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to back up what we're saying.
Yeah.
Honestly.
As I'm looking for that, feel free to say what you gotta say.
No, that's all
I
right.
gotta find this.
Yeah, I think it goes right into with the last video we were talking about too, adaptability. And I think, when you're in the middle of adapting, you're kind of in the middle of identifying the new you.
Right.
And I think when in the middle of when you are done identifying the new you, if you get stuck in that comparison cycle, it eats you up.
Yeah, honestly, before we jump into that, what I was gonna say to segue off what you were saying, that's so true. And it's weird how the topics kind of just segued perfectly, because the comparison trap, in a sense, is about adapting. So we talked about adapting in, last night, right?
Yeah.
And then today we're talking about the comparison trap, and the way that affects you is it kills your joy and it kills your focus. So learning how to be okay with self is another form of maturity, and maturing is another form of adapting. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. Because you talked last night, you said something about when I came into my adult self. Remember when you said that?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like when you became aware of who you are.
Right.
So, you didn't have to compare anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because like you came into your own identity.
I became very relaxed.
Yeah.
I used to be, and I'm not perfect. I know I still have my moments, you know what I'm saying? But body dysmorphia, man. We'll get into that. We'll get
That's
into
a
that. But
whole
body
topic
dysmorphia
right
is
there.
crazy,
Loving yourself
bro.
in the mirror.
Man. But with that being said,
Give us the fact.
a 2023 study by the American Psychological Association found that 63% of adults ages 18 to 40 report feeling worse about themselves after comparing their lives to others on social media.
Wow.
And then it talks about why it's dangerous. And it says it literally comparing steals your joy and your focus. And the only way to be successful is you need to have joy in doing what you're doing, and you need to be focused. If those are killed, you have no fuel for your engine.
Then you're just going to be
You're stuck.
You're stuck. You're stuck.
You're literally stuck.
Wow. Honestly, what kind of got me was the 18 to 40.
18 to 40, that's a big gap. And people
That's a
don't
big
realize.
gap.
People do not realize,
That's-
man.
A whole 2 generations. That's someone's mother and someone's kid.
I'm shocked
Someone's
it's
father.
not younger, because you got all these kids on social media.
It probably is younger now.
I'm
Probably just
shocked
like hasn't
that
been
it
studied.
yeah.
What? Yo, that's crazy. 18 to 40 though. And I mean, because I can relate.
Me too. I think everybody can.
Yo, like when I'm scrolling through social media and I'm like, yo. If you really think about it though, the comparison trap is so broad in itself, because like we're just talking about like comparing me to you, but it goes even further. It's not even so much comparison, but like people's identities are derived from social media. Yeah. So meaning I'm trying to match up my identity. I'm gonna say it again, to your highlight reel. So it's not even who you really are, and that's why you see a lot of people. It looks like it's going up high, right?
It looks like it's really going up high, but as long as it's not red, we're Gucci.
Yeah,
And
I was looking at that too.
even if I do that. Sorry, guys. We're just testing.
I was looking at that too. But yeah, I think social media really is a killer.
It sure is, man.
It's a killer. So I mean, definitely with the comparison trap. So let's dive right in. Do you have anything else you want to say before we dive right in? That's laying the foundation of today's topic. Obviously, with your SDR,
SMR. What is it? I can't. I'll never be able to get it right.
ASMR. But yeah, I think the foundation is laid of the topic of the video. We can dive into some of the juiciness, unless you got something else to say.
Feel free to comment about some insecurities that comparison has built up into you guys.
We would love to hear it.
Yeah, we would
Address
love
it.
to hear it. You know, we want to talk about it again. I want to put a huge emphasis on community.
And you're not alone.
You're not alone. I had a massive. I'm about to tell you guys a story on my situation on what comparing myself to people on social media led me into. You know, we didn't get there. We got some juicy stuff for you guys today.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, so let's dive right into it.
Let's do it.
Let me hit you with a question off the board.
Oh, Jesus.
It's Josh. When was the last time you caught yourself comparing your journey to somebody else's? You spoke about journey yesterday, tad bit. You know, we definitely still gotta have the video of where you can actually say your entire journey. When was the last time you compared your journey to somebody else's? When's the last time you caught yourself?
Honestly, man, it happens subconsciously more often than others. But what the difference is allowing it to affect me negatively and allowing it to affect me positively. You know what I'm saying? So just
That's
like
huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Explain that. That's huge.
So yesterday, that Chris Dennis dude I sent you, the real estate guy,
Yes.
with the E-Fix Court.
Yep.
As I was watching his teaching on real estate, etc., and the fact that he was one of my clients in roofing, and just him telling me how he has 100 different properties and how he's investing and how he got his son doing HVAC, so boom, boom, boom. And I was just like, yo, like he's out here like really grinding and doing it, you know? So then he's talking about how he wants me to go to this property and that property, do the roof inspection for this one and that one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yo, I want to be able to say I have multiple properties one day. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen one day soon. But I'm like, yo, that is motivation for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's the difference between motivation or when that comparison becomes like envy.
Right.
Or like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so a negative comparison, negative outcome, you know what I'm saying? Like of your comparison and positive outcome of your comparison.
Because people hate to see you win, man.
They do.
People hate to see you win. But what that did, I was like, yo, good for you, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
That's how you know that's growth though. That's maturity.
Right.
When you know that your time might not be now,
But it's coming.
but your time is coming.
It is coming.
So when you know that your time is coming, and I think that all comes down into being okay with self.
Oh, yeah.
And comparison.
Yeah.
When you're okay with self, then you're fine with hyping somebody up, knowing that my time is gonna come.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? And those who don't, I'm gonna put it out there. You're insecure. You are very insecure if you can't cheer on the next man or woman next to you. If they're because of their success, doesn't mean you should feel some type of way. If anything, let it motivate.
Exactly. Everybody wants to say, if I eat, my dogs eat. But nobody wants to have the dogs eat and then I eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody wants to be number one.
Everyone wants to be number one, and it's okay not to be.
It's okay not to be, and a lot of times you're not going to be.
The chat's gonna catch that I said motivate instead of motivate. But
I think that's huge in itself. That's part of being self-aware though.
Yeah.
So I think if you can celebrate somebody's successes in your valleys, you know what I'm saying, in your low seasons, then I think that is a huge win.
that's a character trait that people need to learn.
Trait. Because a lot of people they celebrate successes,
But secretly they're like, yo, screw you, dog, or
screw you, or it's like
envious,
when they see you fall down, they're silently celebrating that you fall down.
silently. Yes,
And I think
100%, bro. 100%.
That's what we got to watch out for. Because honestly, people who are constantly comparing themselves to you
Yeah.
is not part of the company you want to keep. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
So
that's a segue into tomorrow's topic.
that's a segue. It's not the company you want to keep. Because your journey, your process should motivate me.
Right.
'Cause iron sharpens iron, right?
Right.
So honestly, you should sharpen me, I should sharpen you. Instead of being like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm happy for you until you do better than me.
Right.
Yeah.
And another example in a way is
Yeah.
this is, and I keep bringing up this moment because it may sound like something so simple, but it was huge. It was huge.
Yeah.
And that was when we were talking to Dane Dunnings. So those who don't know, do your baseball research. He is the Texas pitcher for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
But he stays out here off season in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And he ended up being one of my clients. We're actually roofing his roof tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, we're roofing his roof tomorrow. He doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna be on this podcast. I'm gonna get him on this podcast.
Oh, he's gonna be on the podcast.
But to go back to that moment was when I was talking to him. I already had the prior relationship with him, and I brought you on, and you guys really, because you played baseball as a kid.
Yeah.
So you had that moment of relation, and I was just like, all right, let me take my step back. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm big on psychological. So like it was a moment that he could relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
But I purposely tried to relate to him because you already did relate to him. So let me take it even further. Now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or
so
like
you related to him on a personal
way.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is huge, actually.
Right. Most people would be like, "Oh,
No, but
this is my moment."
That's the company you want to keep.
Exactly.
Like, yo, like, where I don't know something, you're an expert.
By all means, do your thing, bro.
Literally.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, like,
We closed the deal.
that's what yeah, for real. At the end of the day, like, yeah, there's nothing to, no, I definitely get that.
Yeah.
That's definitely huge.
So I keep drinking water, guys. I guess I'm dehydrated today.
No, honestly, I feel like I need to drink water too. So I'm gonna hit you with another question then.
I love it. Let's go.
Why do you think the comparison trap is so hard to escape in today's world?
For many reasons, and it's because of the person that you're comparing yourself to. Look at the attention that they're getting. Off rip, they have X amount of followers that you wish you had.
That's so true.
X amount of likes that you wish they had. They have the body, the clothes, the cars, whatever the case may be. They have.
It's
what
all
you
tangible
want.
stuff though.
All tangible.
It's all tangible.
Right.
So that's what I don't think people really know too.
Right.
It's all tangible.
All
You never
tangible.
comparing to be like, oh, that person's so wise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't hear that.
You don't hear that.
You don't
say
hear
like,
that.
yo, like that person got a Lambo truck, something else.
I want it.
They got a giant mansion. Yeah.
I want it.
I want it, and I want it now.
I want it.
Instead of being like,
Isn't that a commercial? I want it now.
I want it now.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
I want it now.
What kind of commercial is
I
that?
don't know. Nelly would know right off the top of her head. No. Yo, Nelly would know.
Yo, FaceTime her right now.
Nah.
FaceTime her. FaceTime her. I need to know that right now. Hopefully she answers. When she sees this, she's going to die hysterically. Excuse us, guys.
And I want it now.
Right, what was that? I feel like it was like a fast food. No.
And I want it now.
She needs to answer.
She probably knocked out.
It is midnight, basically. Come on, Nelly.
Oh, she texted me. Answer.
Oh, she texted you. Don't you hate when people do that?
I do it.
You do it, actually.
couldn't
You
answer
do it.
I can't relate to that. I do that.
Shoot, let me see if what kind of
Nah,
questions.
she about to answer. I told her to answer. Nelly. I know you're not sleeping. Look, so we're live, right? What's that commercial where it's like, I want it now?
It's like something, 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 and I want it now.
Yeah, you know how.
All right, that was a fail. Never mind, guys. Never mind.
Well, so much for that.
So much for that.
So much for that.
Awkward.
And I want it now.
Oh, that was a good one. We gotta do that one. All right, we'll do it next time. Oh, go ahead. Epic fail. All right. So these are some good questions, man. These are some good questions.
Yeah, so let me get back to it. Reel us back in. What do you think the comparison trap is so hard to escape in today's world? I think it's so hard to escape in today's world. So we were talking about how people always want the tangible things, right?
Right.
And the I want it now things. I think that, if you find it, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to sound like heavy too. I got no clue.
Well, all right. So off rip, not to throw religion in you guys' face, but we obviously have already mentioned what our foundation is based off of.
Exactly, and we incorporate it because it works for us.
Exactly, it works for us. It doesn't work for you, cool. We can just skip right over this part. But anyways,
This podcast is not for everybody either.
it's not.
It's not. It's for everybody, but it's not.
If you want to strive
Thrive.
and arrive, this is for you.
This is for you.
We're a faith-based podcast. We're not going to throw it in your face, but you will hear us talk about it.
Exactly. Faith, but not in your face. Yeah,
Right.
I like that.
So, I got a scripture, Galatians 6:4.
Yep.
Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in their own, basically. Each one should test
It's basically self-explanatory.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, how
You know
can I
what I'm
put I think right,
Man.
you got to test your own actions because you want to ask yourself, see, I'm trying to figure out how I can word this the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so you know, like, so we can, keep it order, right? You got to ask yourself, the life that I live, did I replicate it? Who did I replicate it from? Because we do live a life of replication. It's human nature.
Right. We learn and then we...
You are never going to be the first one to discover something, to learn something. You know what I'm saying?
You apply what you learn.
Yeah. There's always going to be someone that has a great idea just like you.
Yep.
That was better than you.
Yep.
That's not better than you.
Right.
So I think that, but the thing is in this life, we're supposed to replicate God. You know what I'm saying? Like replicate Jesus. Because, it said that he created man in his own image. So it comes down to that. So, we're replicating that. But I think a lot of us, that's why you see these people, especially, like out of high school and everything too, they all want to turn into a rapper.
A rapper, an athlete.
But it's like,
Yo,
which is fine.
Right.
It's fine that you are
cool
aspiring. That's cool, but it's not you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So each one should test their own. So if it's not you, that's what I'm saying. What's the driving force? Is it because you saw that rapper with all the girls? Is it because you want jewelry or like that? Is it because it's like, dang, like you watched that rapper and they was rapping about this, they was rapping about that. Now they got mad clout, they got mad movement. You know what I'm saying? So now you want that, or is, you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother topic in itself, and we can talk about it for days, but that's another conspiracy in the agenda against the black community. Not to make everything about Black Lives Matter, this and that, but it's facts.
Comes down to statistics.
Right. So look at
too.
what they're promoting. All that trap music and all that
Exactly.
What's that? Like the New York music. What is it
Oh,
called?
the drill?
The
rap?
drill music. What are they talking about? Murder. That's all they're talking
Murder
about.
on my
is murder.
mind type stuff. Yo.
All of my blood.
Caught a body about a week ago.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just killing people all the time. So then now people ride around, listen to that music. And what is music? Very subconsciously motivating.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you
So
can
it all comes down to
you can
it.
set the mood with some music.
Yeah.
You and a girl, what music are you playing? Some Trey songs, neighbors know my name. You know what I'm saying? You want to set the tone. When you about to go fight someone, what you listen to? Many Men by 50 Cent. 50 Cent, shout out.
Oh, that's so true.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
So
Even comes down to what do you listen to before church? Just like music.
Right.
I'm just
Right,
emphasizing
right,
music.
right.
Sets the tone.
So that's another thing that I had to get rid of. All that type of music, man. I don't listen to no R&B anymore, no rap anymore. I completely, that's another. We'll talk about
you
that.
feel
That's a
dirty
whole
when you
nother-
listen to it too. Once you get to a certain point.
Yeah, I need to cleanse my soul, man.
Yeah.
Cleanse my soul. But I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
I lost it, but it's gonna come back.
That's
So
all right.
with that being said, so how do you feel about the content that we do see on social media? How do you feel? Well, not necessarily how do you feel, but I want you to talk about expressing your opinion on it being people post what their insecurities are.
They do. It's kind of like wearing your red flag on your sleeve.
Right. Not necessarily a red flag, but it's like
What is that? Like where I don't know if it's
I'm gonna
red
talk
flag.
about from my own personal
No,
experience.
go ahead.
So because I had a different path versus the majority of the people that I grew up with or went to school with, I should say. There was a certain point where, you know, I wasn't where I wanted to be, and then everybody I graduated with in high school, you know, had their careers, they graduated to college, this and that, you know what I'm saying? So success always was so important to me, and to portray that I'm doing good, you know what I'm saying? Whether I was doing good or not, it's always what I made sure to portray. So I always wanted to let everybody know. Just like recently, when I did the whole roofing thing, I made sure to post all of that. You know, hey guys, look what I'm doing. I moved to North Carolina. Now, you know, I did this whole thing with my LLC. I paired up with a roofing company.
From that place.
All stemmed from the insecurity of I'm not comfortable with where I'm at in life. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm posting.
Yeah, but you're like
my achievements.
You're posting it like.
I'm posting it like I'm got
it makes total
bucks.
sense.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I'm not where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing.
So social media, yeah, honestly, that's big actually.
Right. Even though I ended up being very profitable, but like, and there was moments where I was just like, I was doing
In those moments
for my own clout.
Yeah. There's a different motive. Behind it.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think honestly that goes with the world too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not the only person.
For me, I can't really say that. Mine with social media, I'm not really active on social media. Mine's more in my head. And then now I just created a battle in my head.
You created your own ecosystem.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm saying like, it's not saying that I don't deal with that because I do.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
One way or another.
I think mine is just, like definitely. Actually, I did go through a phase where I was posting on social media and I'm looking like, even as I'm posting, I'm like, what am I doing?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing? Because you're posting it with the idea of
how many likes,
but also like there are certain people that I want to view this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are certain people that I'm looking to view this. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? And once they view it, I'm like, all right.
You're like, I bet not can delete it. I know you're sorry.
Mission accomplished. No, for real. Yeah, definitely like that. I think social media is just so twisted with the comparisons. I think that social media, it looks like this honeymoon type lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Honeymoon phase lifestyle. When in reality, these people are posting, like, honestly, all these rappers, if you really want to talk about it, they're all posting, they're getting up in the club, they're getting up in the strip club, you know, throwing dollar bills, all that, whatever, like with all the girls next to them, they go home and they absolutely hate their life.
Yeah, they're usually the most depressed people.
Exactly. And what you don't know is that person that's posting with a Lambo, and you're like, yo, how did he get a Lambo? And now you start envying, he got a Lambo. What you don't know is he has the repo man calling him every 2 days.
And even if he doesn't, because maybe he really does have the money.
Maybe he doesn't.
But he's not happy.
You never know the reality.
No,
you know
person that continuously gives themselves easily to other people is ever happy. And that I can speak on that because...
Or gives to himself like that.
Yeah, because I used to be a man whore, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that knows me knows that. And I was never happy, bro. In the moment, I was fulfilling self. It felt good to me that I'm satisfying another human being, but in reality,
it's kind of like a boost for pride.
Yeah, it's just a boost of pride. I needed the compliments. I needed that, but like in the same time, when I'm done, I'm just like, bro, like.
Do you think it stemmed from a place of comparison?
Honestly,
because like let's say like your friend group that you were around, were they doing the same thing? Like was it almost like you not keeping up, but like. I'm actually the number one.
I was never competitive in that sense, but I do know some people that are.
Okay.
For me, it was more so just like you are the company you keep. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. So you know you are like if whatever your friend group is doing, you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If people are smoking, you're gonna be smoking. If people are drinking, you're gonna be drinking. If people are praying, you're gonna be praying. You know what I'm saying? So I was.
That's very true. That's true.
Yeah, I was in my environment. Yeah, company you keep. That's,
I would love to dive into that. I would love to dive into that. That's juicy. That's what people want to hear. That's what people want to hear. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So how about you give an experience of yourself of when you were in a comparison?
Honestly, I think I was in a comparison. I'm on it. Comparison, let me hit it right off the bat, okay? I think my comparison was definitely when I started smoking.
Okay.
I think that I tried to be a person that I absolutely knew I wasn't. But I created like a false identity. know what I'm saying, like a false like lifestyle for myself. I think it all came down to even women.
Who's he trying to compare to?
I think just the people around me, honestly, like maybe like the people in like a couple grades above me that I thought was just mad cool. They get mad girls. Honestly, the parents, no parents like them. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of people, but like they get mad girls. They have mad money. They drive the nice car. You know what I'm saying? Like when it really comes down to like when you're young and you start smoking, the person who always has the most weed is mad cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
The
right.
person or like the plug is mad cool.
Yeah.
So I think I tried to be the plug so many times, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing?
Nah, I'm laughing
I actually
because-
planned to rob one dude too.
Oh,
yeah,
snap.
but
See, in my head, it's
Do
just
it.
like because I wasn't around during that time, but like only Lee I know outside of now is Little Lee.
yeah, like I tried to go to this dude's house to rob him, and not rob him like none of that.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm gonna sneak in, I'm gonna take you, but he was like 30 years old though. Yeah, but obviously that didn't work out.
How'd that end? I'm very curious.
Huh?
How'd that end?
Had to end. His doors were locked.
Oh, all right, I'm going home.
Yeah, his doors locked. Usually he kept his car, like his back door unlocked. Yeah, his doors are locked.
Yo, that is
Doors were locked, windows were
hilarious.
locked. So it was like,
That
yo,
is too
who I
funny.
think I am. When it came down to comparison, honestly, I think I compared so many people's timelines to my timeline. I think that just right off the bat, I had a total identity crisis in high school. Being everybody I did not want to be, I think like my insecurity in myself was like I always looked so young, so like late, honestly. My senior year, I still looked like I was probably like 12 years old. Yeah, no, it's just bad. So I'm saying like that being said, I knew that. I'm sitting there like I'm like in one alley I'm fine with it. In the other alley I'm like, yo, like I need to make some motion for myself. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna look at the dude who's getting the most girls and like one of them like not even like so much like the popular people, just who I looked at and I'm like, I want to be like you. So like I would literally try to shape my life around it. Yeah, you know, like I remember I would try to like tint my car because somebody else tinted their car. I would try to black out my rims because somebody else blacked out the rims. I liked the stuff, but it just didn't come from a pure place.
Right.
You know, I'm purposely gonna hit up this person and smoke with this person because I know that this person smokes with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm it's dirty, honestly.
Out here scheming.
Yeah, scamming. Yeah. Or like honestly, like I know that like if I hit up these few people, like, you know, I can just it's just really I just try to make a total false name for myself, false lifestyle. I don't even really think like I have something comparison like right off the bat. I just think that a lot of the times I would compare myself to my family. I would compare myself to my sister a lot. Believe it or not, I think I used to compare myself to you.
Bro, when you talk about it, I was like, yo, what?
Yeah, you were always older. You were always older, and I would hear about it. I'm like, yo, dude's got mad like motion, and I'd be like, yeah. I would just compare. If I saw someone doing something, like I had that identity crisis where it's like, I want to follow in your footsteps. Yeah, like I just don't think it was the right thing to do. It wasn't the right thing to do, but it was just my comparison was really just an identity crisis. So it's not even comparing. I'm just taking what you're doing, and I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Terrible. No, terrible. Terrible. So I had to like learn who I am, and I think that's why like, yeah, I was an insecure dude. I was an insecure like child.
We all come from it, man. We all have something that we're insecure about. Can't hide from it. So it's not about.
Which is why I feel him, hear him, healing a lot of those things. Because it's like, you can like I'm asking myself, like I'm looking back, and it's just like in disgust. But yeah, it's just hindsight, right?
Shoot, it's in the rearview mirror,
Rearview mirror, smaller for a reason.
right?
Yeah, so I think right off the bat, that was kind of it for me. All right, so let's get this a little more meaty, a little more.
Let's
juicy.
get it. No Diddy.
All right. Do you think social media is the biggest driver of comparison today?
Absolutely. What else is? I can't think of a single thing that would trump that. And if I'm wrong, comments.
So, what honestly changed my life was the quote. I don't even know who said it, but I literally live by it. I have no clue who said it. Comparison is a game that nobody wins.
Nobody wins that.
Nobody wins.
Nobody
So it's like,
wins.
mind you can compare all you want. You know, you can try to line up their timeline to your timeline, the accomplishments, their accolades, whatever you want to do, like their blessings to your blessing. Because I think it even comes down to, and the part you have to worry about is when you start trying to get your life right, you really start comparing. Like, so obviously there's little kid comparisons. And then there's grown man comparisons.
Right.
And, you know, that's why it's 18 to 40 years old.
Right.
Because it's like when you're a grown man, now you're turning into house. You're comparing families. You're comparing wives.
Jobs.
You're comparing jobs, children.
Income.
My children are good looking. But, like, my children. So now I'm going to compare. And now, like, automatically, I never want to see you do better than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's, like, the grown man comparisons. Because the little kid comparison is like, oh, like, what I was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got this, you got that. Like I'm comparing to you. Like you look like you have, honestly, what in high school is you have like, they would have facial hair and I'm like, bro, I don't even have this. Yeah, I didn't even have
Talk
this.
about it, Lee. Straight exposing himself today. Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm spoiling myself. Yeah, so like even that. And like I don't even mind. But like it's just, if you're not happy when you look in the mirror, comparison is going to be a game. Like that's your game that you play all day long.
Absolutely.
So I think it really all comes down to like loving yourself. And I didn't even really even get the chance to love myself until I came to God. Back to God. Yeah, I couldn't love myself.
Period.
Yeah, I could not even
What's that
love
thing?
myself. It was so hard for me to love myself. I would think I'm loving myself.
What's that thing you guys do?
Really do, yeah, like tag in. Nah, but yeah, I was thinking that I would love myself. You know, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking I love myself. Like, who I am. Like looking in the mirror, meaning like looking at my life. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I love myself. I was always like a really, really scrawny dude.
Bro, who you telling?
Yeah.
Who you telling?
No, bro. Yeah, I even look back at some videos and I'm like, whoa,
Should I get into it?
bro.
Should I get into it? Is this now a time to get into it for as far as my story?
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Because honestly, where there's comparison, there's insecurity. And the thing is how do we help the community healing? The community
testimony.
needs to heal. And that's what I'm saying. Your testimony is going to bring healing. And in order to even have success, you are not going to have success no, for real.
Yeah, my posture.
You are not going to have success if you're not going to be able to keep success if you're not healed.
No, 100%. You have to know and learn yourself. It's
Yeah.
just like, all right.
Get into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it because I'm about to just go off left again. 2017. I
Yo, you
believe
got
it
these
was.
dates in mind.
Because they're pivotal moments, bro. The pivotal moments,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when I like years later, when I reflect, I'm like, yo, that's when that happened. Dang. You know what I'm saying?
2017, how old were you? 24.
No, I was like, yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
I'm tripping.
24, okay.
Because I said 2017 in my head. I'm like, no, I'm 17. But like, that's the year. But anyways,
All right.
I was.
Tell us about it.
Was I 24? Yeah. So 2017, I was involved with now my ex, and
Involved with what?
my ex, one of my exes. And with that being said, during that time, it was like one of those relationships where it was extremely toxic. And and I was already my entire life, like I was always skinny my entire life. So like, it was just the years and years of the buildup. You're like, oh, you're scrawny, and then the chicken legs runs in the family and all that type of stuff. And then I was
Can
already
I stop you?
yeah.
Were you a person who liked toxic?
At
Gave you that
moments-
excitement in your life? Because
No,
there's some people.
It didn't. I would say the only excitement that I got that was toxic was women. I loved women.
You love toxic women?
No, not just toxic women. I just loved women. So like, it being a numbers game and that point in my life, that is toxic alone.
What, you had the notes and everything? Did you?
Oh yeah, I kept track of who, how many, when, and all that. Like every man has had a black book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, So with the relationship being where it was, the years of being called scrawny, little, and this, and that, and like, you know, I played football, I played track, so like, it was size always mattered, you know. So,
It did, but somehow I always got away with it. You got away with it in football too. I always got away with it.
Cause speed kills, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got away with it.
Speed kills. But shout out to Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Scrawny
Watching his
receiver for the
highlights,
yo, scrawny.
His returns, yo.
He made it to the NFL. I really wish I cared more about football. But anyways,
Me too. What
was I saying? So with the relationship being where it was, and it affected my mind the way it did, and then me being at that time a general manager of LA Fitness in Pawtucket at this time, one of my coworkers, he was a gym rat, and he was just getting back into using steroids at the time, and then he was like, "Yo, bro, look at these photos of me. I looked like this X amount of time ago. You can look like this in a quick amount of time." I'm like, "Bro, you mean I can look like that in just a month, and then look like this in 2 months, and then look like that in 3?"
That's crazy.
So I was fighting it for a little bit, and then because he was, for some reason, he was very like determined to get me on it. Great at
Weird.
sales, by the way, but that was definitely an attack. But the attack worked. I ended up agreeing to
That's
it.
weird though.
Yeah.
Like mad, like determined.
So
Okay.
me not knowing that there's levels to steroids.
Yeah.
And
You
that,
start getting into that trend.
yo, hold on. Let me talk. Let me do it. So, there was, as a beginner, you're supposed to take certain ones.
Yeah.
Pros take trend. This dude put me immediately on trend. If you know, you know. So what trend does is it's the motherboard of all steroids. And even though I only did it for 6 months, but in that 6 months I gained only 6 months. People are on it for like years, and that's when it starts really affecting you.
Now you turn like to the Larry Wheels type guy.
Yeah, that's when it really starts affecting you like long term. Luckily, I don't have any side effects of it. But with that being said, I gained 45 pounds of pure muscle in 6 months. You know, I went from benching 145, 135, whatever, and throwing up 315. You know what I'm saying? So I still have that little frame, but all that weight, like if you didn't know me and if you knew me and you didn't see me for a while, you're like, yo, whoa, Quinny is massive compared to what you saw me at. You know what I'm saying? So
Obviously, that's like,
bro, it was an ego stroke.
100%.
Loved it.
100%.
And then what it does, it gives you more endurance. It gives you more strength. So, and the pumps are crazy. So when you're working out and you look in the mirror, your muscles are literally exploding out of you, stretching your skin, bro. Oh my God. So the whole time, everything is an ego stroke. Even sex becomes better because you're literally, anything that's a muscle, it grows. You know what I'm saying? So then, so like, you just get more aggressive in bed. You're just an animal in every aspect, in the weight room, in the bedroom, life.
Yeah.
I had more energy. Sales was up. So in every aspect of my life, it just improved. So that's what fed me to do it even more. I started trying different steroids and all that type of stuff. And
Probably nothing was probably like trend then.
trend. So what it does, it burns all fat, but it gives you crazy amount of muscle. So you're just pure muscle, bro. So it's usually what pros do when they're getting ready for a show. So like
Trend.
Because they literally kill all fat. So like you can't even pull the skin, bro.
Oh, I see when they when they try to do that. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So so that was that was 2017. It's now 2025, and now I can't look past the mirror without thinking about it. So every time I look in the mirror, I think about steroids. So steroids in itself is not addicting. You just get addicted to the results.
Yeah.
And like what it does. So like coming off of it, it's the dramatic
Side effect.
weight loss.
Yeah.
That's the psychological battle that I had to get over. Because now
I can
every
only
time I
imagine.
wanted to get in the gym, bro, I'm just like, yo, let me just, you know what I'm saying? I want it. So it was just a battle just not doing that. It was definitely a battle. But
What made you come off of it?
what made me come off of it was one time my brother made me so mad. He was living with me at the point. I think he was living with me. I don't know. Or maybe he was just at my house and he was showering one time. But he said something that pissed me off. And we know my brother Joe. He's mouthy at the mouth. So I remember punching my door in. And then I wanted to like rip him out the shower. But what saved him was my son Noah at the time. He
was there.
He like walked around the corner and like saw how angry I was. And I just looked him in the eyes and he looked scared.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, yo, I gotta stop.
Changing moment.
I gotta stop. And the ex I was with, like, recorded me sneakily, like, when our arguments, and she played it back for me one day, bro, and I'm just like, yo, my ex. And I'm just like, bro, I was a psychopath. Straight psychopath. Anger is a mother, bro. So, yeah, that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. But with that being said, seeing on social media and being around girls, like you hear girls like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look at who that guy is and he's built. So
exactly.
You just
obviously led to you posting probably more on social media.
That's why I became posting more because I needed the attention. You know what I'm saying?
And the attention came.
The attention sure came.
Yeah.
People sliding the DMs, the likes, the comments, all that type of stuff. And that.
Ego.
It's ego. Everything is all about ego at the end of the day.
Yeah. I'd say ego is huge for a man. If you can, like, it's hard for a man to let go of their ego.
Pride.
Yeah.
Pride for a man is almost everything to us.
Yeah. How do you refocus yourself when you feel yourself falling into the comparison trap?
Before, what I would do is just scroll to the next thing. Because I'd be like, yo, because I can fall myself into it deep. Whether it's someone looking at all the materialistic things that they have, because look at the money he has, I want that life, but it ended up being everywhere. And honestly, comparison never really stopped. It doesn't really stop. If it's in your face, it doesn't stop. Yeah. You have that little small voice, even though you may have a hold on it, you still have that small voice like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's those little triggers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Would you say that you being off social media, because you said you've been off social media, do you feel like that comparison has
died significantly? I've learned to be okay with self. I lost a lot of weight, especially me blowing both my knees out.
Yeah.
Was a little over a year now.
Yeah.
That in itself, losing all that weight, and I haven't really built much back. I built my leg strength back, but like I've always been, again, the queen is I've always been like small body.
Yeah.
So I've just learned to just not make that a focus, So
it's not in your face blatantly.
It's not in my face blatantly, and even if it was, I think I'll be okay with obviously again you're gonna have those voices in your head, but like when I was working out for self. I was working out for that ego boost, but now I had to come away from it. I haven't worked out in a couple months.
So do you feel like if you were to work out, it'd be like that trigger again?
No, because now I'm working out to just be healthy.
Not to like constantly throw up the what like.
I don't care about the heavyweight anymore. I don't care. I just want to look good, feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be the biggest
person.
That's
big though. That's big. That's honestly growth.
Yeah.
Especially from someone who has a past, like taking stuff like that too. Because obviously, I can only imagine. That's definitely something I would probably have to like heal from too. I'm just saying because it's psychological. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm blowing both your knees out. That would have
that was the first thing. That was the first battle because I looked at how little I got when I blew my knees out.
Yeah.
Both at the same time.
Because you can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing. Everything, like, even when you lift, like, weights, like curling, bro, you still, like, you know what I'm saying?
You're using legs and everything. And the worst part that killed me was, and it was so humbling, was the process of when I got to the point in physical therapy where I was finally able to squat with some weight. And the only thing I could do was put the bar on my shoulders. And that was so hard. Ooh. That was so hard. The bar is 45 pounds. Yeah, man. Bro, that was hard.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about
How about
it looked like I'm twerking.
Though? The healing process though.
But
look at you now, walking over roofs and everything, because roofs is harder than a lot of
roofs helped me, honestly. If I didn't do roofs, I probably wouldn't be at the ability that I am at now. Because you're constantly working at an angle.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that helps your knees.
Yeah. If I hadn't stepped down a couple of roofs, I don't even think I would have understood to as much as I do, because it's a lot harder than people think.
Yeah,
Roofs,
man.
yo, like you might just be standing up there, but your legs are burning.
Your legs are burning.
Yo, they're burning, and it's like
I like it.
honestly, I like it too.
It felt really good.
It's a lot more. Ooh. Let me hit you with one more, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you with two. What's one practical step someone can take to get out of the comparison trap?
I would say self-reflection, but you have to take a step away
Away from what?
from whatever you're comparing yourself to.
Okay.
So
So social media,
possible.
get off.
For me, it was social media. There was many different reasons why I got rid of social media. It wasn't just because I'm just out here constantly just comparing. You already know, like there's tons of reasons, but
Can I ask you something further?
yeah.
So, diving a little deeper, when you would compare, did you have like certain people you would compare to, like certain people you knew from your past, you know, like that you're low key like comparing to, like that subconsciously, consciously?
No, everybody I compare myself to, I didn't really know. I only knew them because they were famous on Instagram. You know, bodybuilders, influencers. You know what I'm saying? So, and
So it
just
even came down to like you don't even know if it was false reality or reality.
well,
But when it's bodybuilders, I mean,
when
it's
it's
kind of
body,
reality.
they have the proof.
I mean, like
whether
come on.
it's
that's what I'm saying. You think about you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but not everything is always comparison in that sense. So like there's other things, yeah. So you don't really know what life they're really living, but based off what they're portraying, they're living good, they're eating good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think even for me, what kind of helped me get out of the comparison trap a lot was Nelly. When I tell you Nelly, she came at the right time. My wife, whatever, for everybody who don't know, but yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I was married so young too, because she is kind of like I gotta give God the props and her the props too. Everybody has that saving grace, right?
Yeah.
You know, and everything too. I don't know where I would be without that, because I think she taught me to even love myself. Because I don't even think I knew who I was. I don't really grow up loving myself, like I said. Instead I grew up of seeing everybody else love themselves,
Right.
or what it showed of them loving themselves, and me trying to go after that figure, thinking that I would love myself doing that. And I think it was just a whole childhood of honestly trying to find my identity. Which, you know, when people are like 18, you know, they're trying to have like, you know, find their identity and everything too. But the thing is like I knew what my identity like was. I just wasn't okay with it. And I think it comes down to gratitude. It comes down for honestly being thankful for the way that you are made too. You know, like how he says that, like, you know, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I think it's that's a real thing that people have to learn.
Just being okay with self.
Being okay with self and being okay, like, yo, like you don't always have to look at everybody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what they have may be cool for them, but that's just not your path. Like, you
Exactly.
look the way you look because you're supposed to do something according to you,
Yeah.
not according to them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I do.
Even though that's like kind of vague, but
I think that's why it's kind of throwing me off a little bit today, because I had to get vulnerable a little bit, which is like I don't even know how far I want to go, because I had to kind of dig back into like compartmentalizing stuff. But yeah,
I've been recently like actually no, I've been for the like over the recent years okay with being vulnerable.
me too. I think I like the idea of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Until
But
it
I'm not
comes
gonna
down.
openly just be like, hey, so I got this going on. Like, you really have to ask me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just willingly tell you.
Yeah. I think I found myself wanting to be asked sometimes too. You know
because
what
it
I'm saying?
feels good when you
It
release.
feels good, and then it's like, you know, like I'll gladly tell you. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely come down to that too. And that's where I think a lot of my process has been. I mean, like, you know, they talk about like therapy, counsel, and everything. I think like church, like counsel, like has helped my life, honestly. Just talking it out, being open.
Just talk it out. Sometimes
Talk
that's
it
all you
out.
really need to do is just talk it, because you hear yourself. Now your thoughts are coming out. Your thoughts are coming out.
Once
and
they
then-
come out, you can just like
Yeah.
breathe again.
It can make sense.
It can make sense, and you can be like, wait, that's like a whole lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hear the confusion in yourself, and I think that's where, you know, like the.
I have another scripture.
Yeah. You got scripture?
Yeah, I have another scripture that I will. Jeremiah 29:11. That says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." How does the scripture encourage you when you are tempted to compare yourself to others?
Yep. I think even looking at it too, like, it's honestly, it's so broad. Just, you know, comparison is the world that we live in. We live in a world of comparison.
You sure do.
So I think even kids they grow up being taught almost how to compare. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Being taught, like, because honestly, we can even talk about fatherhood, right? I think that a kid's childhood definitely, it sets up their life. We know that. But I think, like, depending on how your kid, like the childhood that you went through or something, it kind of sets you up in ways of, like, and even comparison too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are taught to, like, love yourself, or, like, you're taught, like, yo, like, you're perfectly made. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe that's, like, different as opposed to being, like, because I think it all is about the parent. If the parent is healed, then it's going to trickle down.
And not necessarily even if they're healed. If they're aware, they can kind of hide their issues from the children.
That's very true.
You know, and one of the things that God gave light to for me was one day I was watching my kids get dressed, right?
Yeah.
And my oldest is Noah. You know, he just turned 9. So I keep bringing him up. And it's because he's at the age now where he's becoming aware of how he perceives the world and how the world perceives him. So
Pivotal moment.
Right. So as a father, I now have to be aware of that leveling up in his mind, so I can make sure I navigate the way he perceives things in a proper way. You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta kind of, like, nurture that thing almost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's like a little, like, baby bird.
Exactly. So, like, and I can even see it with one of my other children where they're just like the way they compare themselves to him. So, you know, small comments, just like, oh, Noah's bigger than me, so I can't do this or I can't do that. You gotta listen to those things, and you'd be like, you know, it's okay. He's bigger because he's older. You're getting older too, so you're gonna be growing as well. You're just not there right now.
I think that is so crucial even to talk about. I think a lot of the comparison in the world stems from, how is the best way I can put it? Like seniority, not seniority type thing. 18-year-olds want everything a 40-year-old has. And they think that they deserve it.
Right.
They think they want it now. And I think that's where you get caught up in the comparison and the insecurity. Like, for example, you got these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, whatever, right? Whatever age you want to call it. Looking at these rappers, looking at these athletes, looking at these people on social media that are 10 years older than them.
Right.
Comparing their life to them. But you don't know what the last 10 years consisted of for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
how they got there.
It's kind of like, so, like, let's use an example. If you were, if I was to envy you, yeah, how do you?
I'm 31, yeah.
You're 7 years older than me. I don't know what those 7 years consisted of for you to obtain that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you went through that I don't know what you went through. You know what I'm saying? That got you to that place.
Right.
And I think that that's where a lot of the comparison stem from. And that's where you can see a lot of comparison with, like, old people or people of, like, an older age that kind of, like, allow themselves to be associated and being around people of a younger age. You usually find those people of the younger age comparing themselves and thinking that they can have everything that person did, but the person is twice their age. You know what I'm saying?
And it also goes vice versa too. There's moments where people are just like, oh, like, I wish I was that age again. Look at what they're doing. Look what they have. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I think it's just, it comes down to too, like, there's beauty in your process. And the beauty it might take you a little longer to find that beauty.
Right.
But the beauty's still there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it might take someone else, they might find the beauty when they're 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? I think it just comes down to that. Like I think that, like just speaking for the world, I just think that like comparison, it's so confused.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's so confusing. The world. I'm trying.
I don't even know why I'm laughing.
Oh
Man. You know what? There was a couple of things that I wanted to bring up,
Sure.
but
Bring them up though.
all right.
Talk about it.
What I want to talk about, there's a couple different things. So which one do I want here?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm not sure if you asked me this. Did you ask me what boundaries do I set for myself when it comes to social media or to avoid the comparison trap?
Yeah.
You asked me that?
Yeah. You just said just to stay away from it. And I think it's the same thing. For me, the boundaries, I think, is knowing yourself. I think it's being aware of self, like you were saying too. If you can be so aware of yourself, then you can be so aware of like your your mom, our pastor always talks about like, you know, if you can master yourself, you can master anything.
Right.
And she always talks about how crucial it is. She's always saying boundaries.
She is, and she's always right, and it makes me so mad sometimes.
No, she's always saying boundaries.
Always right.
And I think, but those boundaries need to be within ourselves too.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like for example, me too. Social media is a killer.
Right.
And I think that for me, like just speaking, I think I failed to set that boundary a lot of times. So then I found myself not even necessarily in the comparison trap, but I found myself, I could easily go down that road right now.
No, I feel
you know what I'm saying?
I feel 100%.
So like, I give myself more leeway and then have to reel myself out as opposed to just being like,
come on,
come on, bro. Like,
it's not that serious.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
One of the things that she always says too is, what's the quote? It's not personal, it's purposeful.
bro.
And that is like a segue into tomorrow's topic of the company you keep, because the company you keep may not necessarily understand why you're separating. It's not personal,
Yeah.
but it's part of my purpose, because this is what I got to do in order to step into my
Yeah.
purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize that not everybody, even though things may seem like, yo, this person's your best friend or whatever the case may be, they're low key hating on they're preying on your downfall. Whether they know it or not, because I feel like a lot of things, like they're really genuine friends and that like love you, you know what I'm saying? But because of their insecurities,
Yeah, there's something inside of them that's so like,
right, they're stuck in a comparison trap, and you know they're preying on your downfall, whatever the case may be, you know. So
it's huge. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I wish we could even talk about it some more.
I know.
trap.
We're gonna wait for tomorrow. But I just wanted to drop that little
Yeah.
nugget there.
I think like, so this is kind of like, it's like a prequel. It's kind of like a part one.
Right.
The comparison, because I feel like it almost may seem like a lot of ends may still be loose, but it's because it's like we don't want to segue into tomorrow's episode yet.
Right.
And like,
It's okay to talk about it. It's okay
Yeah.
to talk about it.
Yeah, and I think, no, like just saying that, yeah. So I think like, even that, when, you know, when they come back and watch this and they see, you know, like the part one and the part two and everything too, because the comparison trap, and then that's why you have to set up your boundaries, the company you keep and everything, because the company you keep isn't always with people.
Right.
The company you keep is with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it comes down to boundaries.
We talked a lot about self today. So I think if there was any key points to take away from today, guys, it's about being aware of self, being okay with self,
Yeah.
and knowing self.
Oof.
You know, so
That's good.
those are some
good.
things that you guys need to think about, ponder on, and see how you can navigate through life with being aware of those things.
100%. And I think, talk to me a little bit about, just before we end, right? Talk to me a little bit about, so obviously people who come on here, you know, one of the goals in life is success.
Right.
How does the comparison trap keep you from success?
Of when people come onto the show?
No, not so much come on the show.
Oh, how's the comparison trap? Oh,
like
bro.
just in life, because, you know, like what we do is we're giving them the blueprint for success.
Right.
In life as they come along with that. Because honestly, everything we talk about is stuff that's relevant to like our daily life.
Right. And we're not saying like we're gonna give you the blueprint to success. Like we know it all. It's more so just like again,
come along with us.
We're going to be learning from people. And then as we learn, we want to just give you guys that knowledge too. You know, so spread the word, spread the love. You know, so we don't want to what do they call it?
Each one, reach one, teach one.
Gatekeep.
Gatekeep.
We don't want to gatekeep. And again, we want each one teach one.
Each one, yeah, another one that your mom says.
Yeah, right.
He's like, yo, I tell you.
Very wise woman. Very wise.
Check out my encyclopedia. Of course. Nah, but for real.
But yeah,
I think the comparison trap. It's a self-suicidal.
Oh
tactic.
yeah, for sure. And
self-sabotage.
We said the answer to your question in the beginning of the show when we said what was the question? How do we stop the comparison trap, or what are the results?
Like
how
does it stop success?
It stops success because it kills your joy and it kills your focus. That's
Without
another
joy
recap.
and focus,
What
good are you?
Right. You need joy for your purpose. You need joy in anything you do in order to do it to your best ability. Who's gonna do whatever you're doing, being like, no. You're gonna give your whole entire effort. You know what I'm saying? So, and then anything that you want to be successful in, you need to make sure that you are focused.
Yeah.
So those two things, those three things: knowing self and being aware of your joy and your focus, man. Those are key takeaways that you guys need to take from this show today.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah. I think with that being said, shout out Chat
to ChatGPT.
One more time. Shout out ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Side note, did you hear about the Las Vegas?
What happened in Las Vegas?
The Cybertruck that yeah.
Why so funny?
It's a facial expressions for me. All right. The Cybertruck that blew up in Las Vegas.
Yes.
The dude planned it using ChatGPT.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, bro? Yo, I knew about it, but I did not know ChatGPT was involved. That's crazy. Why are you?
I can't do it. Yeah. Well, welcome to the Kingdom Blueprint, right?
Welcome to the Kingdom Blueprint.
Every day is different.
Yep.
But every day is a golden nugget.
I feel like we just said some crazy stuff and we're just like, yeah, ChatGPT just planned a murder.
No, for real. That's
Bye,
what I'm
guys.
saying.
How you doing?
No, for real.
No,
some of the most craziest stuff is said in the most calmest settings, too.
Bro, that's so wild. ChatGPT planned that murder.
ChatGPT.
That came out. That's out there. Fact known.
Facts known. ChatGPT planned it for the dude.
The dude
told him how to do everything, planned it.
That's so crazy. Yo,
so shout out ChatGPT.
Shout out ChatGPT.
Shout out
Not in that sense, not to promote that, but obviously it's an AI.
Use it the right way.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a tool, and that tool is going to give you information on anything that you plug it in.
I mean, they do talk about how
Or plug into
AI is amazing, but how
to what
how
level.
it can to what level. That's good.
Right. There's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, pros and
No
cons.
matter
So
what you
definitely
do.
we experienced a con.
With that being said, ChatGPT sponsor us.
For real.
We weren't podcasters prior to this,
No.
and it helped us significantly as far as planning, organizing things,
Yeah, it's very organizing.
teaching us things. You know, we did
yeah.
a lot of research outside,
Allowing us to learn so much
in such a short period of time.
Such a short period of time.
Man,
Now I feel like I'm like Albert Einstein on some topics.
shoot,
Honestly.
I named my ChatGPT.
No, I was going back and forth with mine today, and I was like, "Do I want to name you?" I asked it, "Yo, do I want to name you?" And it was
I
like,
named mine, man.
Nah.
What's good, Ari? How you doing today? What's happening, Josh? Yo, it's crazy. It learns. He was like, "What's happening, Josh? What we got on today's agenda?" I'm just like, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's crazy.
What up, girl?
What up, girl? Thank you for helping me with this. You just saved my life. Boom.
No, for real. Well, with that being said, you got anything else to add?
I do
Before
not.
we segue out of here, you know, we did our key takeaways. Obviously, I think that's one thing that we should do every video.
Yep.
That we are gonna do. You know, the key takeaways. If you've made it this far, recap so you can retain. And yeah, don't get caught in the comparison trap.
Easier
Because
said than done.
The parent trap, that's honestly when you said the name, the comparison trap, I was like, wait, the parent trap? You seen the parent trap?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm 31 years old. I'm
Mind
shocked
you, they
that
get caught
seen
up and
it.
they switched identities. They switched entire places.
And then,
know what I'm saying?
What
So
were
don't-
they doing? Comparing.
Comparing.
Boom. Mic drop. That's what we need. We need one of those. It's not in there.
I did the wrong way. Yeah, let's get out of here.
right. It is,
I'm too tired for this, man.
almost 12:30. Guys, like, subscribe,
Comment,
share,
share.
do it all the above. Follow. We're on all
Follow.
platforms. We're in the process of making a LinkedIn, but we're on X. It's now called. I'm an old head. I'm used to Twitter.
Twitter is now called X. Yeah.
Twitter's now called X. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
All that. Comment, and like we even said in the last video, comment, DM us on Instagram.
DM us.
Because you might just be featured on an episode.
So the plan is, get like a TV
Yeah.
or something.
Get a TV right here. Honestly, a little
and
pop
just
up,
put,
whatever.
like, put you guys'
Explain.
little page there. That might bring some followers into you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You never know. But either way, we're here to help other people grow, connect, all that.
And
Love y'all.
Let me leave you with this. Before I get out here, let's leave him with this. What comparison trap have you fell in? Are you in? I'm asking the audience.
Yeah.
What
I figured.
I'm really sure you ever like, why you laid on me like that? Have you fell into a comparison trap? And if you did, are you still in it? Or what have you done to get out of it?
And if you're still in it,
What can we do?
what do you, help us help you.
Yeah. Help us, help you, help us.
Literally.
No, like for real.
Literally.
Cause I'm saying like
Help us help you, help us help you. Help us.
help us and help you. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But all right. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Quick little
And we
prayer.
look forward. Yep, let's take a quick little prayer. You got it. Come on.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You said last video. Yeah.
Public praying, guys, is not my forte. I mess up a lot, so I just want to put that out
Get out of
there.
here. Shh.
Okay. Let me get a sip of water. No, I'm just kidding. All right, everybody, bow your heads. God, I just want to say that we thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be here today, to be able to bring forth our testimonies, God. God, I pray that everybody that tuned in today, I pray that you just allow their hearts to receive everything that we said, Lord. And God, I pray anybody that is dealing with the comparison trap, I pray that you help them find an okay with self, God. God, I pray that you just open up their hearts and pour yourself into them, Lord. And I rebuke the spirit of confusion right now, Lord. And I pray that you give them a sense of peace and confidence. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 All right, y'all. Tune in. Stay tuned. Check out the next episode. We got some really good things. The next is going to be watch out for the company that you keep. The pros, the cons, the warfare, all that type of stuff.
Do you want to dine with kings? Or you want to dine with the wolves?
Say that again a little louder. What'd you say?
Do you want to dine with the kings or do you want to dine with the wolves? The company you keep.
Company you keep, baby. Welcome to the Kingdom Blueprint. Tuning out. Love y'all.
Peace.